a lot of people criticize me because lately what I've been saying is my top 3 lightweights are now Shakur, Keyshawn, and Lamont. And they don't realize what I've been saying this whole time is I'm going based off of the conversation.
No, man. Don't get me, bro. Tank is a spectacular fighter, and he beats every single one of those people. Tank with Lamont, yeah, Lamont did a great fight. He was disciplined. He didn't, but also that wasn't Tank. That's not how Tank usually fights. He wasn't really training for that fight, and I know he wasn't really training. I'm not gonna take anything away from Lamont. Lamont's a tremendous fighter, and hopefully they figure out what they're gonna do in the rematch because that weird ass knee was weird, but I mean, there was no action in that, so it doesn't really. It's not a knockdown. Like it wasn't like Lamont was like letting off a flurry of punches and he took a knee. Like it was random knee.
Yeah, but does that piss you off? Thinking that because I know if you took the knee, they're gonna take that point away from you.
Well, I wouldn't take the knee because I ain't no.
No, I'm saying
because I ain't because I wasn't wearing makeup and it got in my eye.
The hair gel.
So my opinion on Gervonta Davis is this, and I understand he's a phenomenal fighter. I saw him fight 2 people weight drained. Yourself and I saw Garcia, and I watched those fights.
No. There's a few more.
No, I'm talking about these two that I really paid attention to.
Mario Barrios, weight drained as Pedraza was weight drained as but that was Tank's first title shot, so we're not even gonna count that. And everybody else came up,
And this is what I'm saying. So me knowing what I had spoke to you because you tell me like you felt like your body was like drywall.
Yeah.
And that when he punched it just felt different. Like it felt like it was breaking something. It didn't feel like you were so weight drained that you just didn't feel like yourself in there. So when after having those types of conversations, when I think about Gervonta Davis, I think, let me see you fight people that you're supposed to be fighting.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can you name any Shakur opponent other than Oscar Valdez?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to get into that.
No. Can you name a Shakur opponent other than Oscar Valdez? A dude that got his jaw broken in 2018 who's been burnt out and punch drunk for I don't even know how long.
But let me ask you this then. Do you think that Gervonta's opponents are that much stronger?
Way better than Shakur's opponents. I'm telling you, can you name a single Shakur opponent?
I get what you said.
Not right now, no.
No, right? He jumped around the ring like a grasshopper with Edwin De Los Santos, who nobody who's a bit of a puncher. He has a little bit of pop, and Shakur was jumping around the ring like a grasshopper. He's the most boring fighter in boxing history. He doesn't even try to knock people out.
I like the style, though. I like the hit and don't get hit.
You like his style, bro? Dude, he literally just touches men over and over and over again. He likes to touch men. He don't like to hurt men. He likes to touch men.
I think Shakur beats Tank.
To Shakur, for him, boxing is something very intimate that he can do with other men.
Shakur's gonna come for you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm right here, motherfucker. He can't punch. What the hell am I scared of? Hey, go jump on the other side of the ring.
But I feel like that's also a loss.
With Shakur?
So what was your opinion on Floyd Mayweather?
With Shakur's Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. When
Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd and all that stuff, man, he was knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
He was knocking everybody out, bro.
But he also had a lot of moments in his career where people said that he's a runner.
With who did he run with?
That was the narrative for the latter part of his career. That was the narrative.
Hit and don't get hit.
Yeah, he was the runner. He only plays defense.
He was landing shots on all these. He wasn't running.
But Shakur's not. It's not like he's not throwing his hands.
Watch that Edwin De Los Santos fight.
So you think Tank just beats Shakur every time?
Dude, Tank hits Shakur one. If he was afraid with Edwin De Los Santos, you think Shakur's not going to be even more scared with Tank? Tank got to touch him one time in a whole 12-round fight, and Shakur's very frail. I mean, I'll tell you like this, man. I mean, he his hands are like literally like, I don't know, maybe because he be tweeting too much, he breaks a nail every once in a while and shit like that. He has the, but even watching that video of him breaking his hand, he literally threw like this. Bro, don't tell me that, bro. Dude, everyone wanted to go hype up this dude, bro. I'm telling you, Name one Shakur opponent that isn't Oscar Valdez.
I don't know.
You
I'm
just
not about to
can't.
go through the list.
You can't,
Yeah.
bro. You just can't. I cannot name a single Shakur opponent.
Oh God.
I think Shakur is nice. I think he's definitely a threat in the lightweight, and I think that until I see Tank fight the people that we want to see him fight,
I will give you this though. Keyshawn Davis is good though.
he's a monster.
Yeah, Keyshawn Davis will actually come and try to chop your head off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis doing good, man. I will not talk bad about Keyshawn. Keyshawn doing good.
So how does it feel at the end of the day for you?
And,
you just
and he has a really good size for 135, you know? But
he's a beast.
For some reason, I feel he's going to move to 40 soon.
He wants to.
Yeah, he's
We
a little
spoke
bit,
to him.
yeah, he's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I like Keyshawn. Keyshawn doing good.
He's a beast. Listen, at the end of the day, what just happened Friday night was amazing. Okay, you become a champion in 3 different weights. How does it feel? How do you feel today?
I feel good.
That shit ain't kick in just yet. Just yet.
I mean, I feel like it kicked in, but was it a little bit more difficult to kick in after the hotel room situation and the glove situation with Turkey? What's your thoughts on everything that went on? Was it just like your thoughts
Man,
that night?
I'll tell you, that hotel room situation, it was a hotel error. It happened.
Okay.
There's a few things, you know. Like I said, I don't want to go even talk about. Man, I just want to enjoy my victory.
Yeah.
What was it like fighting in Times Square outside? Sirens, motorcycles.
I fought outside before, so
In Times Square though, with the noise and you can hear the crowd. Like
yeah.
You didn't even see
It's
it.
another day.
Pulling up in a whip though, that was different.
Yeah, that was actually weird. And honestly, that whip, like, you know, it had hella gas, like, you know, like the gas fumes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they were trying to take you out.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Dude, I was gonna get beat up by carbon monoxide.
I was watching it like, I wonder if he could breathe in that old ass car. You
But
know?
I will tell you this, from the moment where I hop in that car to the time it was just I just sat down and I was just speaking to God. And I was disinterested in everything else that was around me.
Mm.
Fire. At what point did you know Ryan, he was done? It's my fight. Third round or?
I know the answer.
First round.
Mm.
Yeah, first round.
What happened?
But for sure, I mean, after the knockdown, I knew it was done. Like, for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, that confidence.
No, because he still came in confident in the third round.
Right. He tried to give it to you 2 more rounds after that, but it was
Yeah, but
pretty
like,
much.
you know, he couldn't see me. He just couldn't see me.
Wow.
He couldn't figure me out.
Yeah.
You looked great at 147. Like that looks like that's just you.
Ooh, in the
Is
zone.
that-
About damn time I'm at 147. About damn
Yeah.
time.
What was the holdup to get you to 147 then?
So I try to move up to when I fought Yigi, I asked for the fight at 140 for Tank, and you know, whatever. I had to take the fight at 35. You know, I was the mandatory there, so I was like, bro, I had to take it at 35. You know, so and he wasn't gonna fight me at 40. There's no way about that. So I took the opportunity. I'm like, bro, I've been calling this dude out for years, and I'm not gonna take the damn fight. Now that now it's offered to me, and I had to wait a whole year to fight because of all the other bullshit. But you know, whatever. And then I moved up to 40. I'm like, yo, it's time to move to 40, you know, and all stuff. Well, I was gonna go straight to 47, but I got a world title shot at 140, and I'm like, I'm gonna become world champion. I'm not gonna decline a title shot. So I had the belt, and then boom, and then you know I was injured for a little while after the fight because I got hit in the back, and I go and I had to defend the belt, you know. I mean, and at that point where I was already like completely weight drained, I couldn't even make 40 anymore, you know. And then I was like, I tried it one more time with Jaime's, and I was like, yeah, no, for sure, I'm going to 47. There's no way around this, man. And I felt more comfortable than ever. And I'll tell you like this, 47 was still a difficult cut. I don't think I ever would have made 40 again.
Mm. So you just, it really looked like you looked bigger, stronger,
I
faster.
look like a real 147 welterweight, and I actually look like I said. How do I move up in weight and I get faster?
Yeah.
No, ask yourself that.
You're not so.
How do I move up in weight and get faster? Most people move up in weight and get slower, right?
Yeah.
I move up in weight and go fast, get faster, more explosive, and more strong.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
It's because that's where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not because of anything else.
Now, when you rewatch that fight, you could hear the announcers saying, basically around round 6, round 7, they're like, all right, the super fight, the super mega fight, maybe it still happens between Haney and Garcia, and then they actually said it would be a good fight to watch Haney and Romero.
I mean, that fight's always gonna be on the table, So I mean,
what do you feel? What do you say to that announcer that says he thinks it'll be a good fight?
I mean, we saw what I did to Ryan. We saw what Ryan did to Devin. So,
but styles make fights.
oh, look. Ryan is a superior boxer than Devin. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or any of that.
So, what's your prediction? You go in there and you fight Haney. What's your prediction?
Ryan hit him with a left hook. You think I'm not gonna hit him with a left hook?
I noticed when you were fighting with Ryan, you went to the body a lot too. Kind of how Tank did him, and that ended up being his demise.
Yeah.
Just to kind of close the distance, stay out of range.
Yeah, he was It's hard. It was hard to hit him a little bit to the body though, because he was like he didn't want to try to like engage. Like I said, it's hard to knock out people that don't try to engage.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if he would have been coming forward or trying to engage in the fight, he would have got knocked out. Like, there's no way around that.
How good did it feel when you knocked him down in the second, though?
Felt good, and I at that moment, at first, I thought it was over. The first, like, when I stood the first thing, I thought it was over right there. But like 2 seconds later, I realized, like, nah, dude, this dude, like, he's still going to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, I hit him eventually with the same shot, but he never threw the same shot again. So it was like, okay.
It looked like on the first punch you hit him clean. Looks like the second punch you hit his hand.
It was the first punch I hit him.
Yeah, but when you hit him, even with his hand there, you cleaned his shit right there because he went flying. He really went flying. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it and I'm like, damn, I'm about to lose $50.
He was off his feet.
But nonetheless, it was just a great fight. We seen you go in there and dominate. What are your immediate plans after this? Like, what do you want to just chill for a minute? But
I haven't thought that far ahead. I don't care about any of that stuff right now. It's been a long camp, and I just want to like sit down and enjoy myself and spend time with my family and my loved ones.
There you go.
Do you feel when, there will be the criticisms, and I'm sure you've already heard them, well, Ryan isn't focused, or it's because he took a year off. Does that...
Was he not the most... He was going to fight in December. Remember, he was going to go do it next week. So he was training already there. Okay. On top of that, he was the most focused Ryan Garcia we've ever seen. Can you not just tell?
That's what I felt.
That's what everybody. That he was the most focused Ryan Garcia. There's nothing that we can say that he wasn't focused. He wasn't taking this shit serious or any of that stuff. It was a completely different demeanor, and he knows he was focused, and the whole boxing world knows he was focused. He wasn't. He knows me. He's been in the ring with me. He's not gonna take me. He's not gonna take me lightly. He knows I can punch. Like I said, like they could say whatever he wants, but he was the most focused Ryan Garcia we've ever seen.
And I think that showed, right? For the critics out there, I think it showed when he was in the van crying after. That showed like that. There was a lot of pain in that loss.
Bro, dude, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? They want to all talk shit about Ryan Garcia crying in the van after the fight and stuff, right? But I'll tell you like this. On the same time, when I went in my van, I sat down and I cried too because, at the end of it, we're human. He's human, I'm human. And it doesn't make you less of a man because you cried or any of that stuff. It was the only people that are criticizing the dude for crying are people on the internet that don't got the balls to do this shit their damn selves. Like I said, at the end, they will cry too. And they're crying right now miserably because their life is horrible and they wish they could be him or they wish they could be me.
Talk that shit!
Yes, sir.
So they need to just stop with bruh, it's an emotional moment.
What about the night made you cry?
That, I achieved my dream. I became a 3-time world champion in the biggest ever and the most attended ever boxing event in history as a complete underdog. And it's like, bruh, and I spoke it into existence over and over and over again. And I achieved it, and that was so overwhelming. Even just thinking about it's overwhelming.
Yeah, man.